and welcome to today's reading. Today we are using Coastal Lifestyle Cape Cod and the Islands Summer 2021 edition. And as always, all of the books or texts that are used in my readings are linked in the description box. So if you want to check out any of the materials we used today, you can go down there and see that. And we are on page 40. When sun and waves draw hordes of people to the beaches this summer, you won't find Orleans resident Anne Kaplicki and her family in the line of cars waiting to enter the public parking lot at Nauset Beach. No, Kaplicki won't be parking her car and lugging chairs, umbrellas, picnic baskets, and towels across the pavement and down the beach in search of the perfect place to spend the day. Instead, Kaplicki and her family will load up their vehicle, drive directly onto Nauset Beach via an off-road entrance, and park right on the sand, just a few yards from the surf. Then they'll set out their beach chairs and start enjoying their day with everything they need right next to them in their vehicle. Kaplicki and her family do this because they have oversand vehicle permits issued by the town of Orleans. The permits allow Kaplicki and her family to drive their vehicles, a pickup truck, and an all-wheel drive SUV on more than 5 miles of Orleans beaches. I get an OSV permit every year, says Kaplicki. It's so much fun to drive out onto the beach. So it seems like there's some sort of thing that you are wanting, but you don't believe that you can have it and follow the traditional system at the same time. It's almost like you feel like in order to get what you want, you have to sacrifice something else that you also want. For example, if you want to become a famous artist, you think that you have to also be poor. Or if you want to have money, you have to also sell your soul to corporate America or whatever place you live and not be an artist. But there is a way for you to have both, and that's what I think is the dominant message for you today. You can have both, you get to have both, but you have to be more creative than you're being about your approach to get it. There may also be some blockages around having both. Using the same example, you may have been raised to believe that to be successful means to finish high school with a 4.0 and go to university and get a master's degree and a PhD and a MD and so on, and go to this particular city and have this kind of job, and then you'll finally be successful. When you are more naturally drawn to the arts and creating and starting new things and questioning the regime that exists. But because of the environment you grew up in, you were taught that artists are poor and starving, and artists are never recognized for what they do financially or even socially until they're dead if they're lucky. And you received this message over and over and over again, and the only way that you can prove your family wrong is to sort of step out on a limb, be completely blindfolded, and be out in the cold alone. So you may be finding it very difficult to see how it is possible because of the environment you were raised in. If you look back through your beliefs and your surroundings when you were a kid and look at the two things that you were trying to get together, realize that one of them you were told that the two things that you have are mutually exclusive. How that dynamic plays out for your life is up to you to discern. So what I am getting though is that you can have both. That belief that you have, even if it is accurate or it has been accurate in reality and not just a belief that was passed down like the artist one, it could be something that hasn't been possible. But now that we are in the information age, now that we have social media, now that we have all of these startup organizations and GoFundMes and things like that, it is possible to do much more as an individual than it was in the past. So you may have to break open your understanding of what it means to do the thing that you're doing. You can use this reading as an example. Traditionally, in the past, I would not have been able to reach hundreds or thousands of people every time I had a thought. I would have to write a book in order to do that, which would take months and months and months. So now I can record a reading, post it on the internet, hope that social media likes what I posted, and by that, all of you, and that you engage with it. And because you engage with it, that means more and more people get to see it, and I only had to do that once. Even 15 years ago, that was cutting edge. That was barely understood. That was not even in the realm of possibility to most people. But now it's an everyday thing, and you have to realize that because everything is changing so quickly and rapidly, you only know a very small portion of what possibility is out there. If you want it, there is likely an opportunity for you to have it, more so now than ever. So back to the example of the artist, you can have a booming social media following if you figure out how to master social media to promote your art. And then because you have that, now you can have ads on your work, or you can sell your work, or people can buy copies of your work, or you can sell online courses where you teach people how to do things the way that you do them, or you can sell your work at fairs and craft shows and things like that. And you can be seen by galleries and people who you wouldn't have been able to be seen before by, because you have the ability to reach almost half of the world's population, where before you would have only been able to reach maybe 1%. I know that that is a very niche example, so see if you can apply that to your life and the thing that you are working on. But you can have both, and that is the message coming through. You can. You might have to be more creative. You might have to start researching things. Use different platforms to research stuff. Use Instagram, use YouTube, use Facebook, use blogs, use the library, use podcasts. Just open yourself up to, how can I get both? How can I make both happen? And it might not be the first thing you see, it might be the first thing, but then you find that there's a better thing once you start researching that thing, and a better thing, and a better thing, until you finally find your thing. And it will just start to develop and unfold for you the more you are open to, okay, how can I make this better? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Let me find out how. How can I find a better way, and a better way, and a better way? And that is ultimately the message coming through today. I hope that it resonated. I hope that it helped. Leave a comment if it did. I'd love to know what you're experiencing, what you're going through. Leave a like on this video if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell and select all notifications so that you get updated every time I upload a new video. Until next time, bye.